All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. And that's complete to Jesse James. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 30 yards there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production. But I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On third down, here's Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Barkley. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
He's got a man that's caught left sideline. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
No, check, Patriot! Patriot!
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. Take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The handoff to Barkley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They go play action here on first down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Well, nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47.
3-19!
Back to throw here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Gone!
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long.
Gone!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance...
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Alec Ogletree. In from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So 1:56 to play in this first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. He'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Here we go now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Howard Wilson. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. They're going to look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the Giants ready to come out now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive, and also give him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Finding some room at midfield. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard!
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They come out here in the eye. They get it to him running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Space to run past the 20. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's James. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jesse James, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he slings one that's incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And that last penalty makes this third down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now the toss to Bell running right. Bell so light on his feet. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers blocking downfield.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Now, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And now it's second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down. They'll set up to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up on Levante David. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Looking to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Lucky 56.
They'll drop the throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. New York set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He's going to fire one deep, middle. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw here. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will shave one more off this lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Alec Ogletree in on the stop. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And that takes us from second to third down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. This is Barkley. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Landon Collins. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Bailey got the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. On play action, they'll throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. 19 yards that time for number 19. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Gone!
He'll drop to throw. This is Bell on the dump off. Whoosh! Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And New York set to take the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. They'll look to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the linebacker, Kareem Martin. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you surprise him and catch him off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Detroit. Detroit.
Now back to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The give is to Bell. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9.
Leopard. Leopard.
A give to Bell. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated.